There's something that kills many businesses, and in particular luxury businesses. But I think any endeavor that requires a big lift is killed by not understanding this fact. And it's something that took me a while to understand. But I began to understand it as I began to work on my own businesses and began to see the differences between what I was doing and frankly what I should be doing. And this is something you're going to learn continually when you're in business. I'll put it to you this way. When you hear someone interviewed about their success in business, you will often hear them say something that does not seem miraculous. You'll hear them talk about how, I made a decision that I was not going to fail, or we put everything into it. We put our heart and soul into it, or we were as creative as we could be, or we did this or that. You'll hear things that you know. The difference is that their interpretation of that and your interpretation of that is very different. You'll hear a lot people talk about mindset, and a lot of people will say, well, my mindset's good. I don't have a problem with money. I don't have a problem working hard. I don't have a problem this, that, or the other. Then when you delve into their conversation, you will realize, oh yes, they do. Their interpretation of those words are very different than others. So in order to understand nuance, understand the difference between the subject and the subject as it is viewed and applied by a master, you often need to work with someone who can help you see that nuance. It's like when you're exercising in the gym and someone says, oh no, straighten your back up, or someone's looking at your golf swing, or someone is watching you play the piano, or whatever you're doing. The master sees something you do not see. And I see this so many times when I'm talking to entrepreneurs and I'm listening to them, and they're saying something, and usually they're describing and defending their position. And what they're really doing is convincing themselves that their point of view is valid. And I'll hear in that defense that this person needs help, this person needs guidance, this person needs a different view on this particular topic. So there are 5 things that really kill a business. And what kills a business are very simple. Number 1, people who believe they already know. If you think you already know, you're closed, you're not open, you can't get information through, and you're locked into doing it. I would tell people certain things. I know what you're saying. I know that. Yeah. Well, you know, but you're not getting the results. The second issue is, I'm already doing it. You tell someone something, and they'll say, well, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Well, yeah, you're swinging, you're playing the piano, you're doing those things, but you're not doing it and getting the same results as someone else because you don't understand the nuance. You don't understand the difference between what the master does and what you're doing. Now, the other components here is don't know. You don't know, but you don't know you don't know. And don't know is just as bad as saying you already know, because you are still in a place where you're not getting the results. The 4th habit or point of view is not doing. So you are not doing what you say you know, what you say you are doing, what you say you should be doing. And the 5th thing is you're unwilling to do because you have some mindset, some thoughts, some ideas about what your results will be. I've tried that before. It didn't work before, and this is going to be really expensive, and I need a lot of money to do this, and on and on and on. The reality is that in order to break through in your business, break through in your sales territory, break through in your practice, break through in what you're doing, you've got to reassess these mindsets and these behaviors. And once you have a different view of those things, and you hear different things that you can do, and you do those things, you will build on your momentum. And when you keep doing those things, you will build on those momentum. So you'll have to learn what to do. You'll have to learn how to think differently. You'll have to learn how to look at the same ideas and information differently and apply yourself in a different way. Now, I'm going to help you do that at my upcoming seminar, a webinar, I should say, Luxury Brand Power. It's happening Saturday, June 17th, 12 o'clock Eastern, and you should be there. I'm going to leave down below in the description details and a link so that you can register. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you information that I typically charge thousands of dollars for, and I'm going to guide you through these nuances so that you understand precisely how to improve what you're doing, get past barriers, break through, and figure out what you have to do so that the second half of the year is better than the first half of the year and better than any year prior to that. There are nuances that I have learned over the years, and so many things I've heard from entrepreneurs and independent business people, specialty business people, and you just see why they're not getting there. I mean, you have everything from, I mean, the obvious things, you know, people who don't respond to help, the people who don't take action on it, people who drag their feet, the people who are constantly second guessing things, the people who can't decide, the people who can't put it all on the table and go after it, the people who won't spend money, the people, I mean, it's incredible in many ways how talented some people are and what great products and services they have. But the fear and the doubt that they've disguised as reason, intellect, experience, this, that, or the other, is holding them back. And so what I want to do with you is help you get through that. Help you get to a stage where these 5 mistakes, these 5 errors, these 5 habits, these 5 ways of thinking, and the related behavior are no longer holding you back. So sign up for my webinar, Luxury Brand Power. You'll see the full description. I'm going to help you break through your high-end business, find the clients that you need, stay laser focused on them, achieve the kinds of things that you should be achieving in your business. Remember, a product or a service is not a business. And so just because you know of a great product or service or have a great product or service, that's not a business. In order to make it a business, you must apply a different level of thinking and action, a different level of approach to what you do. And the fascinating thing about this is when you do, things actually happen quite quickly. I've discovered in my own experience that I can be locked in a position for a long period of time and not realize it. And not realize it until I'm watching someone else, listening to someone else, seeing what someone else is doing and realizing, wow, they're approaching this a little differently. They're on it in a different way. They're interpreting this moment in a different way. And they're talking to themselves in a different way. So they're not saying, I already know, I'm already doing, I won't do. They're not saying any of those things. And they're not acting in that way. They are getting past that. So I want you to be with me Saturday, June 17th. This is a very important webinar. I am calling people, I am writing them, I am connecting with people who you might not have heard from me in a while. You might have written me and asked me for some guidance, and I responded, but you did not follow through. We may not have worked together, and we should have worked together. This is your opportunity. You're going to be able to do it at a modest investment. Be on this webinar. Don't let anything stop you. This is going to be a powerful session. It's going to be a minimum of 2 hours. We may go more. The last month that I did this, we went more than that. And the response was just fantastic. And so many people said, you know what? Opened my eyes. It gave me a different view. Felt so good after this. I realized what I should be doing that I was not doing, and I tackled what I was doing in a different way. As soon as we ended that webinar, I started doing something different. So make sure you register. There's a registration link down below. And if you have questions, you can shoot me an email at info@andretaylor.com. But don't delay, don't drag your feet, don't talk yourself out of it. Don't play around, register. I want you there. I want to bring this powerful community that I've been working with for so long. You've probably been watching me, if not months, years. And I've been giving you a lot of stuff. And now I want you to step up and be serious about what you're doing so that you can prosper at a new level. And we can all benefit from this creative, positive energy. There's opportunity in luxury. There's a lot of money out here, and you need to be part of this. Join me June 17th. Click down below, click on the registration link, and I will see you on that webinar.